Hello, hi, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Heather Corinne, and today we're going to be crocheting this adorable Easter egg garland. I'll post a list of materials and stitches we'll be using in the description box below, as well as a link to my blog post where I've typed this pattern out for you. Let's get started. We'll begin with the base color of our Easter egg, and we're going to place a slip knot on our hook and chain 9 chain stitches. For row 1, we're going to single crochet in each stitch across for a total of 8 stitches for row 1. At the end of each row, we're going to chain 1 and turn the work around. For row 2, we're going to place 2 single crochet in the first stitch, so there's 1 and 2 in that same stitch, and then we're going to single crochet in the next 6 stitches. And then we'll place 2 single crochet in that last stitch for a total of 10 stitches for row 2, chain 1 and turn the work around. For row 3, we're going to place 2 single crochet in that first stitch and then 1 single crochet in each of the next 8 stitches. And then 2 single crochet in the last stitch for a total of 12 stitches for row 3. For rows 4 through 8, we're going to single crochet in each stitch across, so that'll be a total of 12 stitches for each row, rows 4 through 8. So here we are at the beginning of row 9. We're going to single crochet decrease. Then we'll place 1 single crochet in each of the next 8 stitches. And then we'll single crochet decrease in those last 2 stitches at the end for a total of 10 stitches for row 9. Then we'll chain 1 and turn the work around. For row 10, we're going to place 1 single crochet in each stitch across for a total of 10 stitches for row 10. For row 11, we're going to single crochet decrease, then 1 single crochet in each of the next 6 stitches, and then a single crochet decrease in those last 2 for a total of 8 stitches for row 11. For row 12, we're going to single crochet in each stitch across for a total of 8 stitches for row 12. For row 13, we're going to single crochet decrease, and then 1 single crochet in each of the next 4 stitches, and then single crochet decrease in those last 2 stitches, for a total of 6 stitches for row 13. For row 14, we're going to single crochet decrease, and then single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then single crochet decrease in those last 2 for a total of 4 stitches for row 14. Row 15, we're going to single crochet in each stitch across for a total of 4 stitches for row 15. We're going to chain 1 and tie off with a long enough tail to weave in our end. And here's what our egg is looking like now. So I'm just going to take a tapestry needle and weave in these 2 loose ends so that we can get them out of our way. I'm working the yarn through the stitches down one side and then back down through those same stitches, just skipping 1 stitch to secure it in there, and then trimming it off so that it never comes unraveled. So now it's time to add our embellishments. So I'm going to do our chevron zigzags first. So pick whichever color you'd like to use for those and trim off a pretty long piece of yarn. So I'm using pink for my zigzags on this example. And I'm just going to string it onto a tapestry needle. And I'm going to start in this bottom left corner and I'm going to count up 3 rows and come through the back and pull until there's enough left to tie off, and then go down and across 1 stitch to make sort of the first little zigzag. So then I'll come up on the other side and across to make a V shape and back down through that same stitch that we just came through, and that is the first V. And we're going to just repeat this same exact V stitch all the way across to create a V-shaped chevron or zigzag pattern. We'll create 4 rows of this all the way up to the top of the egg. Now that we've completed our first row of chevron, we're just going to move up to the next row on the back side, carrying that yarn up the back. So the back side of these eggs are going to have a lot of carried yarn and tying off, but that's okay because you don't really see them when they're hanging as garland. I like to leave about 2 rows in between each row of zigzag just to give it enough space so that we can add our little dashes in just a moment. Now that we have all 4 rows of the chevron, we're going to choose another color for the little dashes and trim off a piece of that yarn and string it onto our tapestry needle. So we'll start on that same side that we started our chevron, just so that we can tie those 2 end pieces together. And so we're going to come up through the bottom and over 1 stitch to go back down. So we're skipping 1 stitch, coming up, going over 1 stitch and going back down, skipping 1, coming up, and then going back down over 1. So that creates a nice little dash pattern all the way across. Same thing when we move on to the next row, we're just going to carry that yarn up across the back side. So here we are with our adorable chevron and dash pattern. So now all we have to do is tie off these loose ends and trim any excess yarn. So I just double knot them together and trim them off. Next, we'll choose a color for the border of our egg, and we'll just place a slip knot on our hook. We're going to start in this bottom right corner, so we're going to insert the hook and single crochet. The border is just a row of single crochet all the way around, so we're just going to work around those outside ends of where the rows ended and single crochet all the way around our egg until we get back to where we started the border. So here we are back to where we started. We're going to slip stitch into that first single crochet of the border, not the one where we joined, but the one next to it, just to join it off in a nice seamless way. And then we chain 1 and tie off with a long enough tail to weave in the end. And here is our finished little egg. It is so adorable. I just love these. So I'm going to use our tapestry needle and weave in these loose ends. These are so cute, and they're really versatile to use all different colors to make some really cool and fun Easter eggs. Now all we need to do is string them onto a garland. I'll post a link to this particular jute that I use from Amazon in the description below. Here are some of the colors I decided to make. I'm just going to line them up in a row and use our tapestry needle to weave this jute into the backs of them. So I like to pick 2 strands of yarn, a couple rows down, 1 on each side, to run the jute through so that the garland hangs nice and evenly. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please take a moment to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support allows me to continue creating these free tutorials for you, so I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon with a new fun project.